In this episode, we will be covering 3 topics here. Actually, some pretty, interesting topics.
Very interesting.
We'll be talking about the top 3 Halloween movies of all time, for us at least. And we're going to be talking about haunted houses, our experiences, everything that comes with that. So, and we will be doing, we will also be talking about actually the Bandwagon fans, talking about how annoying these people are.
Bitches across all sports.
That's right, across all sports. So let's jump into this episode. Welcome, everybody, to a brand new episode of the Triple Overtime Podcast. My name is Angel.
I'm Nick.
I am Matt.
And if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, share it with your friends, man.
Come on now, absolutely annihilate it.
That's right.
Smack that. Smack that shit, eh?
Slap ass.
Slap ass.
But you can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, X. Just freaking whatever social media page you're on, just look us up. We're probably there. But we are at the Triple Overtime Podcast.
Dude, we are diversifying across all platforms. Fucking check it out.
Now, before we begin, I want to thank all of our service members out there, whether you are active duty, reserves, or veterans. I want to thank you for everything that you do, as well as first responders out there. Thank you for everything that you do. Y'all are awesome.
And we'd also like to take this moment as a group to also express our solidarity with the people of Israel. There's been a lot going on these last few days over the weekend since the atrocity that has happened in Israel at the hands of the Hamas terrorist group. And so we just want to express our deepest condolences with the people there. And just that, we are in full support of Israel, and we stand with you guys. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we will go ahead, kick it off for this week's episode. Top 3 Halloween movies, brother.
We're talking about Halloween movies. Halloween movies. Now, when it comes to, because it's spooky season, so like we have been, at least at our house, we've been kind of watching some Halloween movies, or even just like scary movies, scary shows, things that you don't, or at least that we don't typically watch throughout the whole year. Like I know some people watch scary movies like all year long. Y'all are psychos. I can't do that. But then again, people call me a psycho because I can watch Christmas movies all year long. So,
True.
I feel you. Whatever. But we've been picking up some Halloween movies and introducing like the kids to some of our favorite ones growing up. Now some of them are ones that we've already watched. Some of them, like just the other day, we watched Casper for the first time with the kids.
Nice.
They weren't super interested in it.
Aww.
Yeah, I know. It's like, and it's funny because it's like,
Where's the sky bee?
Yeah.
these graphics suck,
Yeah.
But it's funny because it's like, you watch Casper and it's like, that's so 90s, You're just
It
like,
is.
everything, the whole sets and
Everything about it,
dude.
yeah.
And
So
it's like,
90s.
it is funny because I felt like I watched Casper like a month ago, and it was like, I was sitting there and I was like, wow, this doesn't even look that bad.
I know,
It's
right?
like, I know that's
This
not
is
true.
still amazing.
I'm living in denial, but it's like,
I can't even tell Casper is just kind of like, CGI'd in there, dude.
like
Like,
I thought he was a real ghost.
Yeah.
shit, dude.
It was a documentary, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I thought this was paranormal investigations or ghost hunters on
They're
on
like
the
a 5x5
Travel Channel.
room.
Yeah.
I know you're in here. What is that?
But kids nowadays,
We're gonna
they
do an
look at that.
EVP session with Casper.
Yeah.
But
That's
but yeah. So like think about Halloween movies. I want to kind of discuss like our top 3 individually. And I know that we probably all kind of come from different like genres of Halloween movies. I'm not much of like a scary movie person. Okay, so like, especially when it comes to the demonic realm, like The Conjuring, The Nun.
and shit, yeah.
Like I don't fuck with that.
You don't fuck with that shit?
Dude, because I'm like that shit's for me. in my belief, that shit's real. And I'm like, I ain't inviting this shit to my house. Like the last time I watched one was last year, and the only reason I did was because I was like, I got to see it from my roots, from my Mexican roots. We watched La Llorona.
Oh.
Because I remember my grandma would talk about her, like, La Llorona growing up, and so I was like, I gotta watch this. Well, at the time I didn't know it was part of the Conjuring universe. I'm just like,
You thought it was kind of a standalone thing, huh?
yeah, I'm just like, I just think it's like a movie about it. I'm like, what a perfect like idea, concept, because it's fucking scary, and us Latinos, like, we know
So-
that shit's real.
Yeah.
bro.
So actually, it is real, right?
I know he
So-
got a story.
So, quick little story here. There's a river. There's a little creek or whatever that goes across. It's maybe like half a mile from where we're recording here, from our
I
studio,
drive
right?
over it every day.
Yeah. It's called the Hollering Woman Creek.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hollering Woman's Creek.
Yeah. And the story is that people have actually heard her, La Llorona, like scream through like the creek
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, if y'all don't know the real story of La Llorona, y'all need to look that shit up.
Yeah,
because
that's
it's real.
Yeah, it's real, but
Yeah,
it's
she's real.
literally like half a mile from here.
Yeah. But it's like, that was like the first time that I've watched it in recent years, right? And I'm just like, I ain't messing with that shit no more. But so I'm more of like a fun, like, a cute spooky, because that's what I grew up with, the cute
Okay.
spooky. I can do slasher films.
Little Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I can do
Little-
slasher films.
The
You
little
know?
vampires.
Like, I enjoy, like, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Scream now. We saw Scream I saw Scream for the first time. Before that, I just knew Scream through Scary Movie.
Yeah.
So, like, once I saw Scream, I was like, all that shit makes sense now. I get where it's all from. But yeah, so, like, I'll do, slasher films. I do enjoy it. I would say my favorite is probably the Halloween franchise when it comes to slasher films. But my, like, go-to Halloween movies are Nightmare Before Christmas, because that's both a Halloween and a Christmas movie.
Okay.
And anyone who wants to debate me on that, I don't give a shit. That shit's set, okay? It starts off, this is Halloween, and it ends with him in a Santa suit. Well, not really. He goes back to being Jack the Pumpkin King. But, it's both, okay? But I also, the classics, like Hocus Pocus, okay? Hocus Pocus, you have to. I mean, Hocus Pocus is
Hocus
a
Pocus,
staple.
the original version or the new version?
Okay, Hocus Pocus is the original, because it's
they
a
did
pure classic.
Did
But
everything right.
Yeah.
I will tell you that the new one, Hocus Pocus 2, I was super skeptical, right? I was like, this is going to be terrible, because usually that's what happens is, like, they come back, because it was almost, I think it was like 30 years since, because Hocus Pocus, I think, was like in 92 or 93 is when the first one came out, and the last one just came out last year. So it was a full, like, 30 years between. I'm like, there's no way they're bringing it back, because, like, all the fans have been wanting it since, and thank God they had the original Sanderson sisters all back, right? But I was like, it's probably gonna suck ass. Yeah. And I watched it, and it's actually good.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I was like, damn, this is a solid, like, 7, 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I was fully expecting it to be like a flop.
Right.
Just a money grab.
Yeah, and then I was like, they actually explained, like, how they came back and the whole storyline pretty well, and then how they handed it off. And at the end, if you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna, like, spoil anything for you. Go watch it if you've been kind of holding out. But at the end, they make it like a whole, like, sister film, because, like, in the new one, like, there's the girls who bring them back, and they're like, yeah, girl power, like sisters, whatever. It's sisterhood. But it also explains how the Sanderson sisters, way back during the colonial, whatever, how they were, like, growing up and how close they were, and then by the end of it, when it all ends, you kind of feel bad for them. You're like,
Yeah.
oh damn, like,
Kind
poor
of,
sisters, dude.
yeah.
I'm like,
Kind of on their side.
yeah, I'm like, man, I wish you didn't have to die. Like, Can you guys come back again, please?
So now we got to wait 10 more years or 30 more years until they release the
Dude,
Hocus Pocus 3.
Hell yeah, brother! I'll be in my 60s. I'll still watch it. I'll be like, I've been waiting.
That's
But
funny, dude.
yeah, so Hocus Pocus for sure is up there. And then I would say my other two would definitely be like, I know I said 3 and I already said Nightmare Before Christmas. So this is hard. But Halloween Town.
Halloween Town.
Yeah, have you seen that?
I don't think I have. I think
Holy
I've heard of
shit.
it. I know.
You've only heard of it?
I've heard of it.
We're
but
having
I've
a movie
never...
night, dude. I know that we usually watch like a scary movie as a whole movie night, but we're gonna watch Halloween Town.
All right. I'm excited.
Dude, it's a classic Disney
90s?
Halloween movie.
Is that like
hell
Camp
yeah.
Rock or what?
Dude, have you not seen Halloween Town?
I don't know. I've also not seen Camp Rock. So
Motherfucker. I'm done. I can't do this.
He's out, guys. All right, we're having a movie night
Emotional breakdown.
soon.
We are fucking watching
We're watching
Halloween
these.
Town. I've never been so fucking just annoyed.
Yeah. Well, I can say if it was maybe Step Up 2, I probably would.
Yeah, or You Got Served, dude.
Oh,
I
dude,
watched
that's
You Got
spooky.
Served. But,
Okay, so we'll move
hell
on from
yeah.
Halloween Town.
Okay.
And then the other one would be Charlie Brown, like It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Good old Charlie Brown. Because my mom loves Charlie Brown and Snoopy and all that. So I know she watches. But like I just grew up on those, and like
Nice.
watching that every single year. So
That's cool.
those are my favorites. I know they're not the most like thrilling or exciting, but they're just classics. And they're ones that you can watch with your kids. So to all you dads out there and moms if you listen, there's some good family-friendly Halloween movies.
Boom. Just
Please
like
watch Halloween Town, unlike these idiots.
Yeah.
Be cultured.
that. Be
I don't
cultured.
have to do my hands.
Actually, it's very white culture. So
I don't think. Well, I've watched a lot of Halloween movies, obviously, growing up, but those were not some of them that made the list for me.
sorry, white people movies.
Yeah. well, here's my top 3. I think.
Okay.
Let's go.
I think my number. Well, where should I start? I think my number 1 would be somewhere along the lines of Freddy Krueger or Jason movies. I think those have been a staple for me growing up. I don't know why. They're fucking awesome movies and they're scary.
Kill for mother.
Yeah. And then I think my number 2. See, I like scary movies like that, but I also like paranormal movies. So like Paranormal Activity movies.
Yeah.
That whole series was for me. It was fucking solid.
Dude, that shit was scary, and it was even more scary because it's filmed in Carlsbad, which
Yeah.
is where I lived at the time of these movies coming out. So I'm like, and like I knew where that neighborhood was.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm fucking going there. I want them
Every-
following me home.
Every time you drive by, you're like,
Dude, I do a couple Hail Marys, dude.
Well, you just gotta-
I light a Jesus candle and I just spray Fabuloso out of my car, dude.
It's like you just gotta hope and pray that these ghosts or demons or whatever they are operate on some sort of perimeter basis.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, on this property, dude, your ass is haunted. But once you go, it's fuck, brother. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like what happens when they rezone, right?
yeah, well, shit, you're
Like
fucked.
they rezone and they split like a house in half.
Yeah.
So it's like the kids would be playing in 2 separate backyards, and both of them are haunted in about 10 feet in either direction.
You're
Who are we
fucked,
going over
dude.
to? Johnson's today?
Yeah.
Stay away from that corner, boys. Some
Fuck
weird
that.
shit be that way.
Hell no, man. I've experienced a few Paranormal Activity moments in my life, and one of them I was working at. Really quick, it was at my uncle's restaurant, Mexican restaurant, and I used to open for him on the weekends when I was in high school. And so whatever, I'm prepping the food, getting everything ready for the day, and it was like, I don't know, 6:30 in the morning, something like that. Still dark out. I think might have been in the wintertime, but I'm sitting there, and it was just me. My dad hadn't gotten there yet, and all of a sudden I look over to my right. And I don't know what I was checking on, but I see this probably 7 foot, 8 foot shadow just fucking towering over the paper towels and it was like at the corner of my eyes. And I look, and like as I'm turning my head, I see this shadow, and I look over there, and I saw it for like a split second. That shadow was there, and I'm like, oh fuck no. So there was this the service window or whatever, dude. I jumped through that window and I got to the other side, and I'm sitting over there, and the food was still like cooking on the grill or whatever. And I call my dad, I'm like, hey, where you at? And he's like, oh, I'm almost there. I'll be there in like a minute. He's like right down the road, and I'm like, all right, cool. So he gets there and he comes to the door. Well, the door to get into the building was on that side. And he comes in, I'm fucking sitting over there looking in the corner. He comes in, he's like, what's up? What's going on? What are you doing? The freaking food is like burning or whatever. And then I told him like, this is what I saw, dude. And he's like, fuck that. And then like my
he was like, fucking believe you, we're out of here.
Yeah. Well, my uncle had he had cameras in the kitchen. So we went back and we looked at the cameras, and yeah, sure as shit, you see me fucking, but you couldn't, I don't think you could see the shadow on that side. But I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, man, I fucking saw it. But yeah, that was one of them. And then another one was you'd always see like little kids' hands come up.
Oh, fuck that, dude.
Like the handprints on the windows.
Yeah.
We would close, it'd be like 9:30 and we'd close at like 10. And I go over there and I like Windex the fuck out of these windows, fucking squeaky clean.
Ooh, yeah.
And then before I would leave, there was these little hands, kids' hands that would appear.
Hell no.
On the window, and I'm like, all right, Mom.
Where the fuck are these little assholes at?
Yeah.
Y'all bitches can't recognize hard work? Fuck.
But anyways, yeah, paranormal activity movies, those are the ones that fucking get me every single time. And yeah, man, that's my top. That's
so
my top
Freddy,
shit.
Jason, paranormal activity.
Yeah.
So I would say my top three are not necessarily, I would say my number one is the Halloween movies, but the Rob Zombie ones. Okay. So I've seen the ones with Jamie Lee Curtis, and they are good, but the Rob Zombie ones, they're just violent. They're gnarly. The second one is quite a bit worse than the first one, just on the gore factor. But I don't know. I've always loved Michael Myers. Always thought it was super cool, and it was like the first time I saw the first one, I was like, this is a fucking killer, dude. He's 7 feet tall. He cannot be stopped. Fucking walks faster than you could sprint and or drive. Yeah. So I always loved Halloween. So every time Halloween hits, October 1st, first one I watch is the Rob Zombie Halloween movie. I watched the first one. I'll usually follow it up with the second one the next day, but it's got to usually be the first one. And then I'd say my second favorite Halloween movie, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning.
Hell yeah.
So I liked.
See, I haven't seen it.
I pretty much liked all of them.
They're so good.
Because I'm a bitch.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning is the one that has Gunny Emery in it. And he plays Tommy, who is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy. He plays his dad or whatever. But it's cool because obviously it's like, I love that dude because he was in...
dude, rest in peace, dude.
Yeah, he's a G.
He was in was it Full Metal Jacket?
Yes, he was in Full Metal Jacket, and it was like, even hearing about the whole way that situation got set up was so awesome. Where he just was like, well, y'all want me to find somebody, I'll just train him, and just trained him so hard that the people were like, I don't want to fucking do this, and they were like, we gotta have him do it. He's the trainer. So I would say the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning is my favorite, and that one is. They've done it so many times. They've done so many different variations, which I thought most of them were cool. But they did one with the girl with the crazy eyes from True Blood, Bad Blood, Blue Bloods.
Blood.
But she was
Blue Balls.
She was in the. What was the Baywatch?
Oh,
the girl with like the real crazy eyes.
Pamela Anderson.
Pamela Anderson.
Incorrect.
No. Fuck.
Something to Dario.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember. Anyways, so they did one version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre that like she was the main character, and it was like she was in that movie and Trey Songz was in it. And at one point, it's like she finds out that like her and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre dude are like family members, and then at one point she's like, "Here, cuz," and like throws him the chainsaw, and I was like, I've made it through like an hour and 15 minutes at this point, and I was like, I'm fucking done, dude.
Fuck that.
Like
dude.
I cannot go on one more minute because I was just like,
That's terrible.
and it was hard to get through the early part of it, but it was just
Yeah.
like, and I think that was when they were doing like the 3D bullshit. So
Yeah.
some of the stuff was like, like right at you, like right at you. So when you're watching it regularly,
Whoa, shit.
when you're watching it regularly, you're like, "What the fuck is this? Dude? It's fucking Spy Kids 3."
That's awesome.
So that's a solid 2, and then I would say my last one, not as I guess probably popular, but one of my favorite movies. It's called Event Horizon.
Never heard of it.
So it's called Event Horizon. It's an older movie, probably early 2000s or so. But it essentially is, and I won't give it away, but it follows this crew who they were on a spaceship and they were trying to test a gravity gate that would help them be able to collapse space and move, because you can't travel at light speed, but you can bend space and move through it. So it was kind of like that, but then the
Totally understand.
ship goes missing.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's just these people are trying to test this machine that they built so they could travel further in space.
Okay.
But so it's like they are testing out this gravity machine that is hooked up to the spaceship.
Okay.
And again, this is set further into the future where space travel is like pretty common, I guess.
Okay.
But essentially, these people are testing out this gravity machine, which will help them condense space so they can move through it. So that way they can travel far, far distances without, because attaining light speed is just not possible. So,
I'm no astrophysicist, but I totally
Anyways,
understand.
yeah.
You did.
Neil deGrasse Tyson came back.
Yeah, you explained that beautifully.
Anyway, so this crew goes to go test this machine, fucking gone for 25 years. Then it picks up with the second crew. Second crew is out just doing bullshit, whatever, and they get a distress signal from this ship that's been gone. So it's essentially these people make it out to the ship. The ship is just fucking empty and floating very, very far out in space. But then it was like, yes.
I was just gonna say that just reminded me of a fantastic scary movie that I totally.
Oh. Okay. Never
Okay
mind.
over there?
I'm good. Sorry, I'm old, dude. I'm 30. I'm in my 30s now, so it's bedtime reminder.
Oh, good night. Night, night.
It says take your pill, boy.
Yeah,
Put your feet up and ice your ankles.
Go get your prune juice.
Your beet juice or whatever.
But no, that whole concept of like getting like a distress signal and then find like an empty ship reminds me of a great scary movie that I totally remember watching as a child. Now I'm like, I need to watch that shit again. Ghost Ship.
Yes, Ghost Ship
Ghost
is good.
Ship.
Ghost Ship's super good.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is
Classic.
It's kind of like that, but it's in space instead. So
the
it's
fuck?
like, I will say, so it's called Event Horizon. Like I said, it's an older movie. Fuck. It's a
Hell
good
yeah.
movie. It's a good movie.
Sounds
It's-
pretty interesting.
So there's a scene, just if I want to cue people up, I won't tell you what happens, but there's a scene in it that has been condensed into like 5 to 8 seconds. But when they were originally making this scene, it was like a minute. And they showed it to a test theater, and there were people that threw up. There were people that had heart attacks.
What?
Yeah, man. It was like gnarly. So it's condensed into like 5 seconds. So it's like you can see like you can see like
Wow.
5 seconds of some gnarly, terrible stuff. But it's like when they originally shot it, it was like a minute long, and it was like people were like losing their shit and like vomiting and like could not take it. So they were like, nope, we got to change it.
Dang. Okay.
So if you have
No,
not
that's
seen it,
nasty.
just understand it's there.
Yeah.
And when you see it, you will know.
Put it in slow mo and watch it for.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you'll
for a
get
minute.
like, well, you get about as much time as you want. It's not gonna make you feel any better.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Nice.
Nice, man.
But those are my 3. I'm a big.
I've heard. I mean, I've heard a lot of new movies out there.
Yeah.
Even-
Halloween Town.
yeah, I don't know, fucking Halloween Town. Apparently, everybody knows what this movie is, but
I'm watching the new Hellraiser tonight, so if you haven't seen that, you should see it.
okay. Hell yeah. Nice, man. So, you know what else is fucking scary, though? Haunted houses.
Oh, yes. Haunted houses are scary, and if I do recall, I think 2 years ago, you and I went and did a haunted house we did the 13 floors.
Yep.
I was not invited.
You were not here.
I was here. I just didn't know you yet.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's just relax.
And there's that picture. We have it actually on our fridge, and I personally look maybe like 30 pounds slimmer
You
than
look
what I am
so
now.
young.
And yeah, definitely two
Clean-shaven
years.
face.
Do you
2
know
years
what? But
younger.
you didn't have a beard.
Didn't have a beard.
So obviously, boo.
Yeah, because last year
You're
I had
wearing a wonderful slimming sweater.
it was
Cardigan.
I think I was wearing my Spurs shirt.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you had a Spurs shirt. You had a Spurs shirt on.
Yeah.
And I had I think I had my stupid Napa shirt on.
No.
Anyways,
Anywho.
I digress. But it was like, you know, I have been from San Antonio. 13 Floors has always been a place that like was always like real scary, and you know, so I was a little nervous when we went.
Right.
Given I'm a grown ass person now, so I hopefully would be like, fuck you, I'll pay for therapy. You know? So it's like I can kind of handle scaring like an adult. But I remember when we went, like it was okay.
Yeah.
We kind of waited till the end of the Halloween season to go.
I
so
want to say it was like on Halloween or
Yeah.
like the day before Halloween.
yeah.
So
it was just packed.
yeah, it was
Shit.
super packed. So when we got there, obviously the line was super long. But what they were doing, like this haunted house, it's 13 floors right downtown San Antonio. Basically, what they were doing is they're trying to pump as much fucking people through this haunted house, right? So they didn't give a shit how your experience was. So
Just get that money.
yeah, man. So they put like 30 people in a group or whatever, and well, maybe not that many, but maybe somewhere around there. And they'd push you through. Okay, you're in this group. Go through. We'd go through, but we were stuck in like in the middle, towards the end, kind of. And so, all the scary shit that would pop up, they'd get the first people, obviously.
They were getting the people right in front of us, and
Yeah.
we're watching them like climb back onto the
Yeah.
dresser.
Once we
And we're
passed
like,
that area.
as you walk
I
through,
see you, Jessica.
Yeah. So it wasn't even like that scary, which was it was I don't know, it was okay, but
Yeah, my brother told me about one that he did, and I never went, and I wish I would have. But it was one whenever we were younger that it was like they had 12 floors, or no, 20 floors. It was 20 floors. It's $20 to get in, and if you made it all the way to the end, you got your $20 back.
oh shit.
But you did have to sign
Yeah.
some paperwork saying that they could touch you, and so some people were getting fucking grabbed, and
Yeah.
you know.
There's one in Wisconsin. I went to it once or twice maybe, but they used to have this huge fire pit, dude. It was maybe like I don't even know. It was probably like 40 yards wide. No, maybe not 40. Maybe it was like 30 yards wide. But it was this giant fire pit. I don't remember the name of it. It was in the middle of fucking nowhere, Wisconsin, and you'd pay for your ticket and you get a number. And they had this fucking little thing that would call the numbers every 30 minutes or whatever. And whenever your number would get called, you have to go to the front of the line or to the line, and you go through the haunted house. But while you're out there, they have beer and they're serving everybody beer and everything. So you're getting drunk and
you're
everything.
like kind of lowering your guard.
Yeah, you're lowering your guard. But there's fucking scary people out there that are working for the haunted house, right? And they're out there and they're like scaring the fuck out of you, right? You're like about to take your drink. Beer goes everywhere.
Stop, you can't scare me. You can't scare me.
But man, my haunted house experience has been great so far. Do I like them? I mean, if my friends want to go, I'll go. But it's not something that I'd be like.
It is a peer pressure event.
Yeah.
I'm not going out of my way to go to one.
Right.
Absolutely. I mean, I know people. I have friends who are like all about it. They're like, every year I need to go to haunted houses, or back in California, Southern California, like you have like the Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, or Hollywood Horror Nights. You have, just like all sorts of like spooky events. SeaWorld does one, their Hallow Scream that they do every year.
Yeah, Six Flags does one too here.
Yeah. And so, they have all those types of events. And I know people are like, we have to go do this. The Del Mar Fairgrounds used to have the Del Mar Scaregrounds.
I used to. We went to that one once.
And I am just like a big old bitch, like I ain't messing with any of that scary stuff. Like I just know, I just don't like it. Like I'm like I said, like
not your bag,
dude, I'm just a scaredy cat, dude. I'll pee my pants probably.
We went to that Del Mar one once, Alyssa and I, and we went through it, dude. Literally, not even. Oh, actually, the group in front of us went in, and Alyssa and I were like the first ones, and we're looking. And this girl from that group literally ran out crying, like tears on her. She's like, I'm done. I can't do this. Yeah. And, dude, it was like maybe not even a minute that they went in. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, the only one that, like, I think would be interesting to go with if you had a good group of friends, that would all be there to support each other through the highs and lows, would be the Hollywood Horror Nights at Universal. Because they do, like, it's Universal Studios. So, like, they do it based off of like certain movies or shows that Universal Studios Productions like puts on, and so then they make these like you'll go into the theme park, and then you have different like haunted houses or trails or things that you have to go through throughout the park, right? So, but as you're walking throughout the park, they have like characters and people who will like come up and scare you, right? And I remember. Super funny. So my wife Brittany's birthday is in October, and this was when I think we were engaged, and I took her to Universal for her birthday because she had never been. So I was like, this would be super fun, right? And so now, well, here's the thing. Okay, Hollywood Horror Nights is a separate ticketed event. So I knew. Okay, well, we have to leave the theme park by 6 because we don't have a ticket. Like they basically kick everyone out and then let everyone back in with the Hollywood Horror Nights. So like I wasn't like, oh shit, we're stuck in this shit, right? It was like, okay, we went, we had a great time at Universal Studios during the normal park experience, but towards the end, it's like 5 o'clock, 5 to 6. It's like the characters start rolling in. Now it's still sunny out. It's still light, right? But the characters start rolling in. While everyone is leaving to then some people are leaving, and some people are going to leave and then re-enter for the Hollywood Horror Nights. And so we're kind of heading up and we see some like characters, vampires, like nothing too spooky, right? But we're just heading up and Brittany, there's this, I think it was like a vampire or something. And they were heading right for us, and I see it with my eyes. I'm like, "Oh, this bitch is coming straight for us," but Brittany doesn't see it, and she just jumps right in front of Brittany. And Brittany like had a heart attack. She jumped so bad. Sorry if I embarrass you, honey. I love you, but it was just something that we still talk about how like just like funny it was because it's just like. I was like, you didn't see that? She's like, I didn't see that. No. Did you see that? I was like, yeah, I saw her come from like a mile away. What are you talking about, dude?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That makes me think. One of the haunted, I would say the kind of haunted house experience, I would say, it was kind of a haunted warehouse situation. Oh, shit. Was when I was a youngin' coming up, they asked my dad to do a Halloween party for our church, and they were like, hey, like it's going to be for the youths, which was 7th, 8th, and I think up. So it was like, yeah, it's going to be in the youth one, like, oh man, you can make it fun. And so my dad was like, okay, like kind of what are the parameters? And they were like,
this is a church.
Yeah, well, they were like, yeah, like it's not obviously going to be like a sermon. We're not doing like a but it's
people dressed as demons.
So, and my dad was just like, okay, I have direction.
Yeah.
So what his direction was is he kind of like turned it into like a Fear Factor type thing.
Okay.
With chained up bodies all over the walls. Dude, like torn apart limbs. There was one, it was like, again, like Fear Factor, but it was like a box and you couldn't see what was in it. And he filled it with like ravioli and like cow tongues and like livers and like, all right, you got a bob in there with your eyes closed. And you didn't know what you were getting. And it was like, oh, you got a cow tongue. Oh. And these kids were like reaching in there, and we made a bunch of fake brains, and we had like just screaming on repeat. And then at one point he organized like not an Easter egg hunt, but just a hunt out there. He was hiding in the forest with a chainsaw with no chain on it. Oh. So he just starts running after them. So the party was a hit, but he was not asked to return. They told him he was not allowed to host any more Halloween parties.
Too gory.
Dude, I don't know. They were like Halloween. My dad was like, Halloween? Got it.
All right.
I know what the goal is. So I think that's
you said Halloween, not Harvest Festival.
Yeah.
Shoot, I know, right? Come on now. I'm not teaching a curriculum out here, dude. Trying to scare these people.
Yeah, we're not doing baptisms. We're
gonna baptize them in blood. Get it go.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Well, haunted houses, man. They're fun. Any tips for people that are going to haunted houses this year?
I would probably say if you're gonna go for the experience, try to go early.
Really?
Before it's super packed.
Okay.
Have a good group of friends. And stick with them.
Go with people who
don't get separated.
Yeah, who are not going to be like, fuck this and leave you.
Yeah. And last but not least, don't be a fucking bitch.
Yeah, just don't be a pussy.
That's me.
Like, just when you think about when you think about the situation and you're like, man, should I be scared or not? Just be like, fuck it, dude. I'm just going to flip it off today.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Just do it.
And then if you get scared, fuck, you're scared, I guess.
Yeah.
But you already knew it was going to happen anyways.
I'm already on.
Like, it's not surprising.
I'm already on blood pressure medication, so like, what's
keep that scary shit away.
What's the little 911 call? It's no.
It's
they got you. They got EMS there. They got EMS there. They got you.
He reminds me of I was watched that Medea's Halloween.
Oh, dude, that's
and it's like the grandpa was just
good.
like, I don't play this Halloween bullshit. Like when all these clowns are sneaking up on him, he's just like, fuck that. I'm not doing it.
Oh, hell nah.
All right, boys. Well,
All right.
It's that time of the pod,
It's
right?
that time.
It is the brewery of the week.
Brewery of the week.
Drink of the day, but brewery of the week. And
yes, sir.
the last couple weeks, I know that we have focused we've done like a single brewery. It's a little bit out of pocket for us. Like we usually don't do that. But with these last few weeks, we decided to focus on one brewery. So we've already hit up Roadmap. We hit up last week was Free Roam in Bernie. I was blanking on it. And so this week I thought, my wife and I went out to this brewery out in, it says San Marcos, but it's like San Marcos on your way out to Wimberley, okay, in Texas. San Marcos is like, when I think of San Marcos, I think of it just off
like
35.
Texas State and shit.
Yeah, it's like, it's not right off 35. Like you have to go a little north into the hill country, so it's more closer towards Wimberley. But it's called Rough House Brewing. We went there. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful farmhouse. They have open land, trees in the back and the outside like patio area. It's awesome for families. Our kids just they had like little play area and Tonka trucks and stuff like there. So like
nice.
Our kids just did their own thing while my wife and I were able to kind of relax. And it was almost like a date. It was like, wow, it's like the kids aren't here, but they're here, but they're not.
I can hear them.
Yeah.
We can actually have a conversation without being interrupted every 10 seconds. It's amazing. But not only did they have great beer, they also have great food. Okay. We got a couple things, but it's just overall, it was our first time there. So overall, we were very impressed. Definitely somewhere that we'd go back. It's about like a 45-minute drive for us. Okay. So a nice little day out, yeah. and it was beautiful weather this weekend. So and they had a little fire pit going on, so you had like the smell of the fire pit. It was a whole vibe. But it was great. So I thought I'm gonna bring back some beers for all of us. To try.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thanks for grabbing these.
Hey, don't all thank me at once.
Thank you.
So I see we have a really great selection here that you picked for us.
Absolutely.
So as far as their lineup, Are they pretty like all over the spectrum? Or are they kind of
Yeah,
you know,
so I
what
mean
would you say?
they had kind of a little bit of something for everyone. They had some stouts. They had the one that I have is their IPA, but it's a farmhouse IPA. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Got you the dark saison, which I actually had there, and it is probably my favorite dark saison I've had. It's delicious. That's why it's in a single bottle. You have a pilsner. They had pale ales. They had a Mexican lager. So they kind of like have a little bit of something for everyone.
Okay.
Good lineup. So I tried a couple things there, and I thought I would get something for all of us that like I didn't try these ones except for that one. But I didn't try the Treehouse. So I guess I'll start. I got the Tree Form, not Treehouse. Sorry, Tree Form Farmhouse IPA, and I was like, what makes it more of like I've had farmhouse ales,
Yeah.
and they have that like kind of dry fermenty taste to it, a little spice, right? That's exactly what it says here. It says the abounding brambles, trees, rocks, and wildlife that surround the brewery keep us ever inspired as we continue to find our place among them. This rustic IPA is dry, earthy, and floral with notes of spice and fruit to honor the beauteous form of things. And it definitely is, it says it's oak fermented ale. So oak fermented with native yeast from Pasternak Ranch. So
Nice.
all
man.
sorts of good stuff in here, and I taste it.
What do we got? What kind of flavors? What are you getting here?
Tell us. Well, it's definitely, you can definitely taste the like dryness of it, you know. But it's definitely good floral notes, as it noted, and definitely like that fermented. You know, like when the farmhouse ales just have that like fermenty feeling and fermenting taste on the back of your throat, especially as you like inhale and exhale. That's
right
what this
there.
one has.
Fuck
It's just,
yeah.
and it's like I don't typically enjoy farmhouse ales. They're not like my go-to or something that I see. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go try a farmhouse ale. So I don't typically, but this one is really good. This is I think their flagship.
Okay.
So this is, I think, like their first one that they've just kind of perfected in their own way. And I really like it. I don't, like I said, I'm not a big farmhouse ale style person, but this one is definitely good.
Definitely slaps.
Oh, dude, it slaps ass, dude.
It slaps ass. It slaps the gooch. Hell yeah, man.
Wrap around, dude.
I'm gonna have to grab a drink.
Dude,
Or one of those.
I'm gonna have to take
later.
I'm gonna have to just take a swig of that thing as well. Dude.
But let's see. So what you got me this week, and actually I am a huge saison fanatic, dude. And you nailed it, man. It's
You're welcome.
dark. It's a dark saison ale. It's called Sordid Nature. And actually I have never tried this before, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it.
Oh shit.
Lock my fucking gun, dude. And I'm gonna shoot it at the camera. Woo!
Little off.
Just like that, a little off, dude. I got to work on my aim there. Got to zero it in.
Let's see the pour technique.
But let's see. Okay, so we got the dark saison ale, right? Oh wow,
Yeah, it's dark.
beautiful. Oh wow.
Whoa,
Whoa.
Whoa, that's a lot of head. You know?
Ooh, this has been
Shit, that's a Jimmy Neutron size head.
definitely probably bottle conditioned, right? It's probably okay. Let me smell it at least. Ooh. Wow.
Just getting around. Yeah. I can smell
Definitely.
it.
I mean, obviously you got some dark malt in there, obviously.
You got some darkness.
But it's like
That's
definitely
blackness.
chocolatey. You can definitely smell the chocolate on that. Not so it's not coffee like. I don't get any coffee on the nose.
Thick looking, though.
It's definitely
yeah.
thick. Yeah, the body's thick.
Pretty daggone thicker than a Snicker out there. I'll tell you what.
And if y'all can see, the fucking head on this thing is like, what is
like
it?
if you didn't tell me that
4
was
inches?
a saison and you just Dude, 4 inches.
That's
is
a
what
lot,
it's all-
dude.
That's
That's a lot.
We've gone over this before.
4 inches,
Dude,
dude?
4 inches.
Shit,
That's a
brother.
lot, dude. That's pretty big, dude.
It's slim, right?
That's over average, dude. But anyway.
That's what I was told. That's what my uncle told me.
Wait, what? Okay. So, yeah, again, it's very chocolatey. I can definitely catch that. I don't get any of the Saison spiciness.
Dude, if it didn't have a label on it, you just pour it out the bottle, you'd think it's a stout.
Yeah.
That's how dark and thick it is. Dark and thick.
He said that thing is,
Damn,
that thing is
dude.
Serena Williams.
Okay, guys. When I say
Oh,
Ooh, he's a fanatic, so let's
Stand by.
hear what he says.
that I haven't been this close to a climax in 24 hours. Just kidding. Hey, this thing is fucking amazing.
she slaps or what?
Yeah, she freaking claps cheeks, dude. This thing right here is amazing. Okay, so you get that chocolate up front, amazing. Saison, you definitely it's on the back. It's in the background, but you can definitely catch it back there. Like you can tell it's definitely a Saison, just by the spiciness. But I don't know why. So I used to make a what was it called? I used to make a porter that was
Porno?
a porter, porter,
Porta.
a porter that kind of tasted like this actually. But I used what was it called? Chicory? No, not chicory. Is it chicory? I don't know. I might be wrong, but it's some sort of like spice. I think.
Is it chicory?
I think it's chicory.
So you use that in like coffee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was chicory, and I feel like I get a little bit of that chicory in here. But anyways,
What does the bottle say?
I don't know.
Anything?
Chicory.
This dark saison was brewed with all English malts to provide a rich body with subtle roast aroma and a warming finish. Dark saison ale.
It's not as bitter though as a chicory porter would be, but it's definitely really good. Damn.
Yeah.
Pretty
It says,
damn good or what?
keep cold. Pour carefully. Bottle conditioned. Expect sediment.
I could tell as soon as I fucking poured it, dude.
Mind
That
if I-
shit was-
Mind if I take a little?
That shit was
sip
bottle
of this,
conditioned. It was like,
Like I wanted to get myself a bottle too, but I was like $10. You know,
Wow.
yeah.
it's good, right?
Wow. Absolutely. That's wild.
Right?
So I don't think I've ever had a saison before, but holy shit!
Yeah.
My life's changed, dude.
Yeah. So usually saisons, in general, are a lot different than this, but just because it's a dark saison, they made it.
That's wild though, because you can still like,
Yeah. It's so
like
good.
I can just feel it chilling on the roof of my mouth.
It's
Just
so
like,
good. Yeah. Good job.
that was
Good
very
job.
Damn.
Rough House. Wow, you fucking killed it.
Okay.
You're
I'm gonna need to get
welcome.
one of those.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
Well, I got the just real basic Rough House Pilsner. You know, basic drink for the basic guy. I'm
You
not
just
super.
seem like a
Yeah.
like a German. You know.
I am definitely very German for sure.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm,
You're just a pilsner guy, you know.
I got the thrills for the pills. Gonna go.
That's a tattoo idea right there, dude.
That shit on my
Thrills for the
fucking
pills.
forehead, dude. But no, it's good. It definitely is. It does have a good heavy German taste to it. I just feel like it's like.
Is it biscuity? Would you get a little biscuit in there?
I feel like I can feel a little bit of the. Yeah.
A little biscuity nutty, maybe?
I wouldn't say nutty so much, but it's like when you talk about biscuity and you talk about like of the fluff of like a biscuit. You know, I feel like I can get that a little bit.
Ooh, okay.
I can get a little bit of that like kind of fluffiness that you would get from the. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can I try it?
Of course you can, dude. I mean, it's not gonna.
Compared to this one?
You want to try this one, or we just
I would like to try
passing
yours
it
if you
around?
want.
Pass it around.
Here,
Take
dude,
one
pass it
down,
around.
pass it around.
Just let's just all just give each other disease.
That one's really good too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this place is kind of banging, dude.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's a good place.
10 out of 10. We would go there again, not because, I mean, the beer's good, but the food is fantastic. The whole area is just, it's beautiful. The kids, like I said, the kids can run around, and we can just have like if we all went as a friend group, y'all brought Maverick, right? It's like Anna, Grant, and Maverick can just go out and just run around, and you got eyes on them. Like they made some random ass kid was their friend that day, and they all just hung out and just ran around and were playing tag and stuff, and for like an hour, and Brett and I could just sit at the table and eat our food and actually talk. It was amazing.
That's cool, man.
It's like that's the type of places that I look for. Like there's a lot of great breweries around, right? But like
It's tough. It's tough when you got 2 kids, and it's
right.
like, you can't always just get.
That's the thing is we're like always looking for like kid friendly places. So like Roadmap is the beer is great.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not a place where I'm like, oh, we could totally bring kids and they're gonna like keep themselves entertained. Like we're gonna kind of have to keep them entertained ourselves a few times, Alamo is pretty good. They have that big outdoor area, but this place I was like, so far, out of all the ones we've been to, this is the one where they've kind of been the most entertained on their own.
Hell yeah.
And the food was fantastic. I can't bring the food examples here, but I think we should all make a trip. Like I said, it's only 45 minutes away. And
Hell
then
yeah, I go.
And maybe we could do that and then go up to like Wimberley and do
what?
what?
We can go down there. We'll tell the gals, hey, don't go to the outlets, dude.
Hell yeah.
Because they're right there.
Outlets.
Take my card, which is also your card.
Yeah.
Okay. They can look as much as they want. Okay? Just go walk around now. But,
Sounds like a plan.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool to go up there and make a day trip up there.
Oh, for sure.
Just see what happens.
Especially this winter, man. I really want to enjoy. I feel like I didn't really. Well, I did enjoy the summer a lot, but I feel like
you just sweated out of every orifice you
yeah,
had.
I'm
this summer.
just I'm not a summer weather. I know some people thrive in it. I'm like I go outside, I step out, I go to my car, and I'm like already like got boob sweat going on.
yeah, you got the lines under here.
I got the lines, and I'm like, shit,
You know
Hell
who thrives in summer heat?
Me?
Fucking construction workers.
Oh yeah,
You know why?
dude.
Because they don't have a fucking choice.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shout out to all y'all tradesmen who
if
work.
you're out here busting your ass in this heat,
My
best.
stepbrother Julian, he's a electrical lineman out there in like Midland, Odessa, West Texas. So he,
Hell yeah. That's hot.
rain, shine. I mean, in the middle of summer and in the middle of the freezes, he's out there in all the extreme weather. So hey, shout out to y'all out there, holding it down. But as for me, I'm gonna stay inside during the summer most time with the AC. And now the weather's nice. We're going to all the outdoor breweries.
Hell yeah, brother. So shout out Rough House Brewing
Rough
Company,
House.
baby, out of San
Boy.
Marcos.
very solid. Very solid.
Very
Shout
solid.
out.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's talk about some Bandwagon fans, baby.
Bitches.
Fuck 'em.
So a couple of weeks ago, we did a little questionnaire thing on Instagram to see what y'all wanted to hear us talk about. And one of them was Bandwagon fans. So Bandwagon fans, for me, are the most fucking annoying people
Disgusting, dude.
in the world.
Especially when they're bandwagon fans for like, we all know why they're fans of the teams they are, because the teams are doing well or whatever, right? Or they have like some superstar player, like the fucking Lakers and LeBron, or like when LeBron went to the Heat, or Tom Brady and the Patriots, right? Shit like that. But it's like when they're fans of all these teams from all over the country, like if you're a Patriots fan, but at the same time you're a Miami Heat fan, then in baseball you're a Dodgers fan, it's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, stay in one region.
Yeah, the people that were like, "Oh,
I
brother,
agree.
I'm a fucking diehard Celtics fan, bro. Jason Tatum, Larry Bird, dude, I love it." But then at the same time, they're like, "Nah, man, yeah, and fucking the Yankees, bro, they're the best." And it's like, brother, if you're from Boston,
Yeah.
there's no fucking way.
Yeah. See,
The
like
word
my
Yankee is gonna make it out of your mouth.
Hell no.
my brother's a Boston Celtics fan. Now we have zero connection to Boston, but he's been a Celtics fan since like before Paul Pierce and Ray Allen, like before them and KG, right? When they like sucked ass. Like he liked Larry Bird, but of course like that's way before our time.
Oh yeah.
Plus, I mean, we're Irish, so it's like the whole Celtic thing is pretty cool, right? So I'm like, he's not a bandwagon fan because he was there before all that shit happened, and he still remains loyal to them despite their ups and downs. But no one can say I'm a bandwagon fan because I'll tell you what, dude, the Chicago Bears bandwagon ain't got no wheels on it.
Dude,
Yeah.
We're just kind of stuck out there on the Oregon Trail, like, hey, you got syphilis. You know what I'm saying?
So I think
You're
probably
dead. Dysentery. Sorry.
so I think probably like personally for me the most annoying bandwagon fans, and it comes from this fan base. I think it's probably going to be the Dodgers.
Packers, dude.
No, the Dodgers, dude.
Even though you're a Dodgers fan, dude?
I used to be, and I'm
until
gonna.
the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
Yes,
Bullshit.
and I'm gonna get into it. So I used to be a Dodgers fan, obviously, because
As a Padres fan, this.
oh shit, we got an Amber Alert.
Amber.
Amber
Everybody
Alert.
get out there.
Amber Alert. Oh, this is in Tyler, Texas.
Oh,
we
no.
got Chevrolet
If you're out there.
Avalanche. Tyler, Texas. Damn, bro.
Dude, just put the lookout out there, dude.
Nine-
Put the
nine-
bolo out.
nine-year-old.
Carry on.
Yeah, put the ball out there. But yeah, Dodgers fans. So I used to be a Dodgers fan.
Hey, as a
right?
Padres fan, this makes me excited.
Yeah, good. I used to be a Dodgers fan. And I was hardened. I was big into it. I had my jersey. I was super proud.
What's your last name on it?
And with my last name, I was super proud. But it was like, okay, like it's like the Mexican baseball, one of the Mexican baseball teams to go for, right? All the Mexican population.
Who would you say the second most Mexican baseball team is?
I'd say probably the Astros. To be honest,
I can see it.
living in Texas now, I could see that the Astros.
Another like Latino team would probably be, I'm guessing, like the Marlins. Like
Yeah, that would be another one,
it's
like
Miami,
Latino.
it's
Yeah,
Miami fool.
like yeah. But so after being here
Or
now,
the Yankees.
I'd say, see, I don't find the Astro fans as annoying as I do like the Dodgers now, because like ever since that whole dilemma shit,
The trash cans.
No,
Oh, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
Yes, those freaking weirdos.
Those disgusting.
Ever since that, I was like, I'm done. You know, that's my. I'm Catholic, so like, once they were doing that shit, like I was like, I'm done. You know, no. You know, I don't want to get too political with it, but that's just a no-go in my book.
Get it, man. It's just something that it's like it hit a core
Yeah.
value for you, and
And that's
like,
it, dude.
You know what?
Yeah.
And that's it. It's that's it. But now I'm looking at, who do I want to be a fan of? Do I want to be an Astros fan? Do I want to be a Texas Rangers?
Rangers.
And I love
Padres.
the Rangers.
I mean, San Diego. You have the connection.
I do.
I'm also
but-
I would probably say Rangers first, Padres second.
yeah.
Because I did go to more Padres games than I've ever been to Rangers games. And I went to like 10 Padres games.
Yeah. But anyways, that's besides the point. We're talking about bandwagon fans. How fucking annoying are they, man? I know some of the Dodgers fans that I've ever met, like, oh, have you ever been to like an actual Dodgers game? They're like, no. And I'm like, okay, that's okay. Well, can you name anybody from the, Dodgers team? And they're like, no. And I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I think
Yo.
that's I think that's just LA, the LA like sports arena.
Right.
Like maybe other than the Lake, but they do that with the Lakers too. Like the
Lakers
has
too.
so much bandwagon fans,
Yeah.
and it's like some people actually pay attention to shit, and some people are just like fucking Lakers, Los Angeles, but they can't
Well,
name
yeah,
you
they're
anyone
like-
other than LeBron and maybe AD.
Where they'll have like,
Yeah.
they'll have their Paul Gasol jerseys on. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, fucking
And it's
Kobe,
like-
let's go.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like, who's on the team? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But I know that we want, if we could be like this.
Well, just remember, both LA teams only won championships during the bubble, right? During COVID.
Asterisk.
Like, yeah, so it doesn't count, and that's just how it is. So if you're a Lakers fan, Dodgers fan, I'm sorry. I'm just giving you the hard truth.
Yeah.
Your recent championships don't count. They got
Or-
an asterisk on it. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Or a
because
Yankees fan too. Yankees fans.
I mean, I hate. Okay.
So I've seen so many people with their hats, LA with their freaking thing right here, LA. And then I've seen the people with the New York
Yeah, dude.
Yankees hat, and I'm like,
Daddy
"Oh, dude,
Yankee.
hey, nice hat. Hell yeah. You ever been to a game?" No.
Fuck no.
I'm like,
Do you know who's on the team?
it's just because I like New York. I've been to New York once and I love it, and I
You
got
know
the
Aaron
hat.
Judge? No, I don't go to court.
No.
Yeah.
Well, dude, it was like it's like I feel like we're in the era right now of the Chiefs fans. That are like that, because it's like, again,
The Swifties.
right? Fucking Swifties are just like, that whole thing is a whole thing in itself. That's like, that's its own bubble inside this bubble. But it's like, you get these guys, girls, whatever, just people who are like, man, they like the Chiefs. They like that they're winning. They like that Patrick Mahomes is good. And it's just like, you see him walk around, hey man, fuck Mahomes. And it's like, oh, cool, man. Like, yeah, who do y'all got on defense? Fuck, man, we're fucking great, man. We're stopping them. I'm like, yeah, but like, who do you have on
Patrick
defense?
Mahomes.
What do you think about the defense?
Bro, we don't need the defense, bro. We got Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Man, don't play defense. It's just like, I feel like now, and the only reason I'm getting in, or the only reason that makes me think about it is, a little while ago, Rachel and I went to go visit one of her friends in Oklahoma, and she's a diehard Kansas fan.
Oh.
Or sorry, we cut through Oklahoma to get to Kansas. She works in Oklahoma City, or Wichita, Kansas. Fuck, sorry. Dude,
We got there.
I got confused
It's there.
because
We got there.
stopped
We
in
got there.
We stopped in Oklahoma.
I was following, dude. I was tracking.
Anyways,
I got you.
so she's from Kansas, diehard Kansas City fan, and like we're out hanging out, and she's like, I mean, this girl is like, she knows everybody. She knew everybody 10 years ago. But it's
That's
like
how Alyssa is.
But it's like right now, it's like, dude, everybody's just like, dude, Mahomes is so good. He's so great. Oh, Travis Kelce. Yeah. He's great. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, I get it, but it's like,
Kelsey, and they spell it wrong. They spell it like Kelsey.
Yeah. And it's like, where were y'all when, what was his name? Alex Smith?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And I liked him.
Or,
I thought he
let's
was
throw
good.
back farther. What about Trent Green?
Oh, Trent Green. Okay.
Trent Green and Priest Holmes, dude.
Hell yeah.
Do you know that duo? With what was it? Dwayne Bowe, wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now we're going way back.
Or it was like,
way back.
The people who I know were OG fans are like the people I see with like Jamal Charles jerseys. Yeah. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
You've been through the shit.
Yeah. You've been around. You stuck around.
Yeah.
But you know who else I think is
Packers.
No, not the Packers.
Cowboys fans.
Really? No,
We're
not Cowboys.
Well, not right now.
I think so. Cowboys fans are just like Bears fans. They're fucking loyal as shit.
Wait. Don't put us with the Cowboys.
Okay.
Don't put us with the Cowboys.
Okay.
Don't put
Bears,
us with them. We win.
Bears
Yeah,
are,
man.
okay. Bears are way more loyal than
We
the Cowboys.
because we stick around through the
Yeah.
decades of shit.
But you know who else I
Decades
think?
of mediocrity.
You know who else I
Or
think
worse.
are carving their fans out of the woodworks? Are the Lions fans.
Oh, yeah. I have seen a lot more people like
Woo!
ordering those blue masks.
All over the fucking place, all over social media, I see Lions, go Lions, this, go Lions, that. We're the number one in the freaking division and blah, blah, blah.
Eminem's coming to our game.
Eminem's coming to, yeah. He's a 15-time Grammy Award winner, blah, blah, blah. Last year, let me tell you one thing. Last year when I went to the last game of the Green Bay Packers, in Green Bay, actually, and it was cold as shit, when we played the fucking Lions, there were not that many fucking Lions fans in the stands. There were some, but there were not that many as what they showed in the news, a couple weeks
when
ago.
they were like, yo, it's packed.
Yeah.
They're showing out in support. And it's
Yeah.
like, we got support in fucking 210 to 230.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. When I think of that, I think of, okay, first of all, do I think they're bandwagon fans? Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Because, no one bandwagons onto the Lions.
Right.
But my thing is, y'all are just fair weather fans. I feel like fair weather fans are almost worse than bandwagon
I agree.
fans,
I
right?
agree.
Because, fair weather, growing up in San Diego while the Chargers were there before they moved, fuck them, there were so many fair weather San Diego Chargers fans where when they were doing well, we had, Breeze, then Good Rivers and LT and Gates
Good River.
and Sean Merriman and all those guys. It was like, they had a legit team. But the thing was, the fans would show up for that. But then once they started sucking, or once it started getting just mediocre, fans would hide away, dude. Fair weather fans annoy the hell, and that's why they left. Mm-hmm. They left because during those last couple of years in San Diego, they were okay, but they weren't getting all the people showing up to Qualcomm or San Diego County Credit Union stadium or whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah.
So it was like, then they went to LA and then it was just worse from there.
Yeah.
I mean, did you have like 15 Chargers fans and like fucking 10,000 Jags fans? And you're like,
Yeah.
did they all fly in from Florida for this? Like, what the hell? Dude?
Hell no.
Well, I'll tell you what, dude. The
Fuck
fair weather
yeah.
fan,
Tickets were cheap.
So
dude, I'm just like,
fair weather fans fucking suck,
yeah,
and
worst.
they need to be fucking red carded
Well,
off the
and
fucking.
it just sucks because it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's like, have a fucking backbone and pick a fucking team. And if you lose, it's cool because then you get to be like, fuck those other guys.
Yeah.
Right.
They suck, dude. They're not like our
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
it does suck because also as a fan, you got to acknowledge, dude, Dak Prescott fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And we need Cooper Rush.
So, all right, boys, let's do this really quick. I know we're running out of time here, and for those of y'all that are still watching, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
boys.
Go ahead and hit that subscribe
Thank you for
button.
sticking around.
But really quick here, we're gonna go ahead and hit the locks and upsets for this week.
The NFL.
For the NFL, baby.
Amen.
So what I got is the Chiefs over the Broncos. I feel like, that's a fucking given. Chiefs over the
Lock.
Broncos this week.
Broncos suck.
Broncos just suck ass.
Straight ass.
Dude, Russell Wilson
Yeah.
just needs to figure it out.
Yeah.
Butthole.
But yeah, that's my lock.
That's right.
And then I got so this one I'm not too confident about. Usually I'm very confident about my picks, and I'm usually kind of right for the most part. This week I'm not too confident, but I'm going to go with the Chargers over the Cowboys.
Hell yeah, brother.
We'll see what happens.
Fucking booty hole, dude.
What do we got, boys? What do you got?
I got lock, Eagles, Jets.
Easy peasy.
I fucking think, again, I don't want anybody else in our division to win except for us. But it's like I said from the beginning, and I think you can rewind it and watch it up. Dude, I think Jalen Hurts is locked in. I think, again, kind of hinted at it earlier in our podcast. I think the Eagles are doing really good, and I think they're locked in. I think the Jets they don't have enough weapons. And then for my upset, Bears got their first win. The Vikings looked pretty Kirk Cousiny. I got to say, I think the Bears are going to pull this next one out.
Hell yeah. And Justin Jefferson's out for the next. He's on IR, so
Oh, shit.
we have a chance. We have a chance. So I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. For me, lock of the week, I'm going to take the Jags over the Colts.
Okay.
I know Gardner Minshew's coming in for the Colts, and he's got some Minshew magic, but I think the Jags are going to be too much. Even though they are, I did call them last week over the Bills, but it's coming all the way from, Europe. But I think the Jags are going to hold that one at home over the Colts. And my upset this week, I'm going to take the Bucks over the Lions. I know the Lions are on fire.
Fuck the Lions.
They got great offense, but Baker and the Bucks have been surprisingly pretty good, and they're playing at home. So give me, and I know the Lions are banged up in some areas, so give me Baker and the Bucks over the Lions for my upset.
I think Baker's playing good. I think they might do it.
Yeah, baby.
Hell yeah.
So that is going to be our locks and upsets for the week in the NFL. So if we are right, we will see you next week. But other than that, hey, if you're still watching, yeah, we usually are.
We usually are.
We usually are.
I'm not. I think I've been wrong a lot, but I've been right at this once.
But hey, thank you guys. If you're still watching, again, thank you for watching. I know it was kind of a long
We appreciate
episode this week, but
And I love you. And the people who got off early, they didn't get to hear that. So
Yeah.
you're welcome. And I mean it.
love you guys. Thank you again for watching. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel a lot, man.
And
And
comment.
yeah, definitely. And I love hearing everybody's feedback and everything on the episode. So go ahead and leave a comment down below. Love you guys. Triple Overtime Podcast.
Y'all.
Another new episode. baby.
Gents.
Cheers.
Shakalaka.